Have you ever waited for something with your whole heart? Something you wanted so badly that you could feel it in your chest? Something that made you check the door every few minutes or stare out the window, hoping today would be the day? Most of us give up after a few tries, a few weeks, maybe a month. But what if you waited for 300 days? What if you never stopped believing, even when everyone around you told you to forget? Today's story is about a little boy named Kabir. And his story will make you believe in the power of hope again. Kabir was 9 years old. He lived in a small house on a quiet street with his mother. His father worked in a city far away, so far that Kabir had only seen him in photographs. You see, Kabir's father was a migrant worker. He traveled to the big city to earn money for the family. He would send money home every month. He would call every Sunday, but he hadn't been home in 2 years. 2 years is a long time for anyone, but for a 9-year-old boy, it's an eternity. Every night before bed, Kabir would ask his mother the same question. "Ma, when is Papa coming home?" And every night, his mother would say the same thing. "Soon, beta, soon." But soon never came. Then one evening, everything changed. The phone rang. Kabir's mother picked it up. He watched her face as she listened, and then she smiled a smile Kabir hadn't seen in a very long time. She hung up and turned to him. "Kabir," she said, her voice shaking with joy, "your father is coming home. He'll be here in 1 month." Kabir's heart exploded with happiness. He ran around the house. He jumped on the bed. He hugged his mother so tight. That night, he couldn't sleep. He just kept imagining the moment he would see his father again. The next morning, Kabir woke up early. He ran to the window and looked out at the street. "Why are you looking outside?" his mother asked. "Papa is coming in 1 month, not today." But Kabir just smiled. "I know, Ma, but I want to see him the moment he arrives." And that's how it started. Every single day, Kabir would sit by the window. He would watch the street. He would watch the neighbors pass by. He would watch the dogs run. He would watch the sun move across the sky. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into more weeks. His mother would call him. "Kabir, come eat. After one more look, Ma. Kabir, come do your homework. Just 5 more minutes." The other children in the neighborhood would play cricket in the street. They would call him, "Kabir, come play." But Kabir would shake his head. "I'm waiting for my papa." They laughed at him. "Your papa? He's never coming. You've been waiting for months." Kabir didn't argue. He just turned back to the window. 30 days passed, then 60, then 90. The season changed. The leaves fell from the trees. The street looked different now. But Kabir was still there. At the window, his mother started to worry. "Kabir," she said gently one evening, maybe we should stop waiting at the window. He'll come when he comes. You don't have to sit here all day." But Kabir shook his head firmly. "He'll come, Ma, and I want to be the first face he sees 200 days. 250 days, 280 days. The neighbors started whispering. That poor boy, still waiting, someone should tell him the truth. But no one knew the truth, not even Kabir's mother. You see, Kabir's father had stopped calling, the money stopped coming. Kabir's mother was scared. She didn't know what had happened, but she couldn't bring herself to tell Kabir. She couldn't take away his hope, so she let him wait. Day 295. Kabir sat at the window as always. His face was older now. His eyes still held that same hope, but there was something else too, something deeper, a quiet strength. His mother brought him tea. She sat beside him. "Beta," she said softly, "it's been so long, almost 300 days. Are you sure he's coming?" Kabir looked at her. For the first time, she saw tears in his eyes, but he smiled. "I don't know, Ma," he said quietly. "But waiting for him, it makes me feel close to him, like I'm doing something for him, like I'm loving him from here. His mother hugged him and cried. Day 298, nothing. Day 2999, nothing. Day 300, it was evening. The sun was setting. Orange and pink filled the sky. Kabir sat at the window, tired but still watching. And then, a figure appeared at the end of the street, walking slowly, carrying a bag. Kabir blinked. He rubbed his eyes. The figure came closer, closer. And then Kabir saw his face. It was his father. Kabir didn't run to the door. He couldn't move. He just stared, tears streaming down his face. His father reached the house. He looked up, and there, at the window, was his son, waiting. The door opened. Kabir's mother screamed. There were tears and hugs and so much joy. Later that night, after dinner, after all the tears were wiped away, Kabir's father sat beside him. "Son," he said, "I'm so sorry I was late. There were problems. I lost my job. I got sick. I couldn't even call. I'm so sorry you had to wait." Kabir looked up at him. "Papa," he said, "I waited 300 days. His father's eyes filled with tears. "I know. I'm so sorry." But Kabir shook his head. "No, Papa, don't be sorry. I would have waited 300 more. You see, there's something the neighbors never understood. The other children never understood. Waiting isn't just about the person coming. Waiting is about love. It's about choosing to believe when believing is hard. It's about sitting at that window day after day, not because you're sure, but because hope is the only thing that keeps the heart warm." Kabir taught his whole village something that year. He taught them that love is patient, not patient in the way we say it. "Oh, I'll wait 5 minutes," but patient in the way that counts. Patient through 300 days of silence. Patient through 300 days of doubt. Patient through 300 days of being laughed at, because real love never gives up. Today, Kabir is a grown man. He has his own children now. But if you visit that small house on that quiet street, you'll still find a window. And if you ask Kabir about it, he'll smile. He'll tell you that every day. For 300 days, he sat there. And those 300 days taught him more than any school ever could. They taught him that the things we wait for with our whole heart are the things that matter most. So if you're waiting for something, write now a message, a person, a miracle. Don't give up. Sit by your window a little longer, because some arrivals are worth every single day of waiting. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it with someone who needs to be reminded that hope is never wasted. Thank you.